All right, AKA Patters. If you guys are tuning into all the social media, you know I've been working on a redo, an update, an improvement of this Chappy app, The Avengers, Volume 2, 1996, number one cover. The reason for that is it's the basic contention is that I really feel like this cover killed any of the excitement for the Rob Liefeld side of Heroes Reborn. And I think from this alone, people were expecting this lower quality, and they magnified, like your non-Avenger characters. Like we'll just say like the people by non-Avenger. I mean, clearly these people are Avengers, but we have Hawkeye, we have Swordsman, and we have I think Feral right here. I'm not even sure what the girl's wolf name is. And it's funny too because I was just reading the first part of this, and I don't think she's even referenced. Yeah, I'm trying to read here real quick. What is the wolf girl's name? And the funny thing is also I'm not clear if I ever knew because I from this series I was always more into issue two. That's Kang. Always more into issue two because I just felt like introducing Kang after Loki was a baller move. I just felt like that was aggressive and right on. See, so this is what I was talking about earlier. The beginning of this, the opening. Here we go. Hellcat, Hellcat, and Hellcat has a couple different uniforms. I mean, like Hellcat's a great name, by the way. I'm not even sure what Hellcat's from, but anyway, so the idea is like let's draw a cover as if we had to like quote unquote sell this book today. And I've always said I feel like Heroes Reborn, Avengers, Heroes Reborn, Captain America for Mr. Liefeld is some of his most career work, his best work. The coloring, I always like, especially this spread here. The coloring alone is mesmerizing. Uh, the greens with the pinks, the yellow with the purples, the contrast, it just works so freaking well. And Liefeld too, his approach to we'll call them the classic heroes, Captain America, Thor, Vision, even Loki, Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch's design, she's evoking. At this point, you will call it like old school, but she's got full headpiece. She has the skirt. There's no of the Liefeld frills. The Thor's crotch piece here, very curvy. Like it's just good fun stuff. It really is. Like here too, I used to just stare at the inking for Thor's hair here, just being completely mesmerized by it. And you can kind of argue that a lot of the crackle here, like the chunks breaking off of Thor, I just add that to everything. It's just a way to maintain energy in your drawing. So I don't know. I really feel like if you were on the fence about this in 1996 and you picked up this issue and you kind of did that and this, you would get turned off. Because Chappie App was not Marvel, he was not mainstream. Chappie App was uh, the higher end of the outer rim of the mainstream, we'll call it. Just not ready for prime time. And I don't know why he gets a lot of adulation today. It doesn't mean he didn't do good work for Maximum and Extreme. Chappie App, though, was not Marvel level. And I feel like if you wanted to buy all four issues, you could clearly, easily buy Captain America and give that a shot. Because, again, the headpiece here, very controversial. Like, you would give Captain America a shot. You would give Fantastic Four a shot because of Jim Lee. You would give Iron Man a shot out of the goodwill towards Jim Lee because it was Portacio, even though that first issue looks really nice. But Avengers was not, it didn't hit on all cylinders. It didn't. And it needed to. And it's just funny that they sacrificed the B team for the back end. The back end clearly got more attention right here. But you had to open up this book and expect it to be at a certain level, cover to cover, not just when the action starts. We'll call it like chapter 2. So we're drawing Huntsman here, and Huntsman, swordsman, I always call him Huntsman, is famous for having a soup bowl haircut. Soup bowl haircut. Right here. People never understood this. People hate it. Isn't that wild? For major character, like pretty much major redesign, major reintroduction. Like you made it to the big leagues, boy. And no one liked the haircut. No one liked him. No one liked his design. And it doesn't mean he's not well rendered here, because he definitely is. Like, he's rendered to the point of interest. And so is Hellcat. I mean, like, even this panel here. I mean, we get Hawkeye, Hellcat, Swordsman, our 3 controversial characters in a really nice frame. But you can clearly see, like, if we separate the frame here, we get one half traditional. This is what we like. This is what we want. And then we split it, and we get, basically the School of Liefeld. It doesn't get over. The colors are too muted, not enough pop. Hawkeye's deviation from purple really upset people. Now the all mask spy version, we'll call, of Hawkeye was created here. Later went to Heroes. Went into the Ultimates with the Marvel Ultimate line, and even then drawn by Joe Mad. Not popular, never got over, but it has become a standard for the character now. So we do attribute Liefeld to the masked spy version or extension of Hawkeye. And again, too, it takes a lot of time to figure out what the beats are, some of these characters. But Hawkeye should have been purple. I think a little bit of the mystery, people were expecting Hawkeye to be Wolverine to some extent. Which made no sense storyline wise, because we know who got zapped over from post Onslaught. So I don't know, people. Let's just get into inking here. We're traditional inkers. We're using Crow Quill. We are. Can we get the camera straight? Crow Quill. We light box. If you guys want to see what the rest of this page looks like, but making Swordsman a focus is, I think, a duty, because we have to, again, let's find a way to sell this character. Just for reference, we're sticking with Scarlet Witch here. I want her a little bit smaller because I did reposition Hawkeye, because Hawkeye, part of his pose is interrupting Swordsman's here. So we have Hawkeye's the edge, the end of his bow. So I moved over Swordsman to give Hawkeye a little bit more space. I also took away, I really like the negative space here for Sword. But yeah, we're doing things now. We're kind of like just having fun. We're adding a couple more pouches. Just plussing this out a little. We kind of gave him a sword, like almost like he's going to have like a secondary sword on his waist here, giving him 2. 2 swords on the back. Liefeld did have him with 4, but we're okay with that, right? Because he's got 2 in his hands, we can assume that he's going to have 2. He's got 2 more scarabs. But yeah, and then from here, I'm going to shrink down. I might just photocopy shrink down Scarlet Witch here, just so she fits a little bit better in this space. But the original idea was I wanted Nick Fury's shadow to be overlooking everyone. But I think we're out of space, and the focus is the Avengers, not Avengers with their buddy Nick Fury. So anyone tuning in, guys, it's always a big thank you. It's always appreciative. It's always, the best of it all. So cheers to all of you tuning in at any time. And if you guys want the tease of the final image, we got some of that right here. See, this is how we're going to put this together. So full 90s style, let's make a spread of our effing team to sell some books. Right? I think that's the least we owe Mr. Liefeld and the endless inspiration that he gives us. And I don't mean that in I don't mean that to be mean. I mean I'm being straight up and honest with that. As controversial and weird, and I tried listening for the first time Robservations yesterday, just because I had time to kill at the office. Because sometimes I'm just waiting, waiting for people to get back to me, waiting for things. And, I try and play things smart and be ahead of the beats, we'll call it, during the business day. Most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you do have downtime. And yeah, I was listening to Robservations, the Heroes Reborn episode. No, not Heroes Reborn, the Fighting American episode. Because I think of all of that, that's the lawsuit is what I've always been most curious about. And it's so far, it's not much that I already didn't know, and which is fine. But like I said, he is controversial, for sure. He even back in the late 90s, he knew how to juice that orange. Yeah, but we're inking Crow Quill here, just trying to get some comic books complete. Well, comic book art. But this is where it gets absolutely exciting, because it's just so much fun seeing your idea come together. The more you work on this stuff, the easier it becomes. And I know that's frustrating sometimes when you're trying to learn. You get so anxious, you get nervous almost. And you kind of realize how fragile some of the artwork is, because you can focus so much. You can put so much of your energy into something, and then one mistake can just take it away. But that's good though. The more mistakes you have with art as you march along, the further of an artist you become, because you will memorize and you learn and you grow. So, learning art is repetition. To me, there is no failure. I think even people who have, we'll call it a contrasting style, if they learn their style and learn to complete their work, you can do things. You can definitely do stuff. But here, like no joke, we've been traditionally inking here for since teen years. I was a teenager when I got into the art of inking, and from that point on, dedicated myself to learning it because of all the entire process of comic book making. Inking is the most fascinating for myself. See, here we go. So some of this here too is I had the idea of doing like a 90s like anime spark, right? Like maybe like right here that would kind of help fill in a little bit of the blank space here. And I think that's right. Like, so I have to figure that out. I need to get reference for that. That needs to be 90s accurate. Um, Real quick, going on a tangent here. Let's just see if we can find it. So by 90s anime, right? This is one of my like all-time favorite books, all-time cheap pickups. But we have it's a good reference to get what we're looking for. Let's just see if we can find it. Let's see here. It's a good documentation of, in my opinion, the rise and fall of creative, imaginative anime. Anime, like, sound like it disappeared, but the new hotness. See, like right here. See, is this Venus Wars? No, this is the Ideon. I was really always really like super big into Venus Wars, like Neon Genesis. I still watch Neon Genesis. I will watch that in any of the remakes, the redos. This is the new ending. Lensman is one of my absolute favorites. But let's just see here. I'm not getting too much here. See, like maybe like these stars here. You guys see that? That's a little bit of where we are, but I'm not getting it. I'm not really seeing it on a clear level. I'm sure I can. We'll just try and get some images. Well, all right. Not very helpful. Some clues, but not 100% there. So back to the page. So, and I'm adding piping to his lapels here. And the piping, I don't know why. Like, it's just one of those things that I'm like haunted by. And by that, I mean, like, I always try and replicate it and recreate it, and I never stop trying. But it's like the Joe Quesada piping for Ash. And again, too, like, that's how we kind of just create um, like tags and identifiers for ourselves. Sorry, people, we have a couple messages coming in. Always something, right, people? Let's move the phone to our left. Give me one moment, kids. I'll be right back. So sorry about that. Thought I had a phone call coming in. False alarm. gotta rotate the page. You gotta move with the page. But I'll say like the strokes have to move with the page. And I mean the pen strokes, not the band, not these strokes that we know that I absolutely love. Sorry, we are bringing in the brush real quick because this piece here is going to bother myself until the ends of the days till it's fixed, and that's going to be this where the bicep should have a little bit some shadow, so we can break it up, and we might further break that up with some white lines. Like this area here, not good, not good, not the way we like it. Sorry, sometimes we need to go back to the pencil just to give ourselves a chance, a little bit of a shot to figure out what is happening on the page. Should be your penciling at this stage should always be quick, we'll call it. Sorry, everyone. Blacking out while inking, but still have to check the phone. All right, so this fist might be a little bit messed up. I don't think I'm not liking the knuckles here. I'm gonna have to wipe that out. But shit, that sucks. All right, people. Wow, just at 1 hour. Hey, if you want to know what 1 hour of inking looks like, here it is. All right, people. I'm just probably just a little bit of, I guess, of an update or extension. I'm going to white out a little bit of this area here because somehow, I mean, I don't know. I had that hand drawn perfectly. Not good right here. So, um, anyway, if you're popping in later, thanks for tuning in. If you popped in late, I'm sorry. It is the workday. TGIF though. And cheers to all of you. I have to go to FedEx and then I'm going to go work out. So, guys, hopefully, see you later.